everyone. Welcome back to Orchestrated Rams with Ian on the Rams Up Podcast Network. Today we'll be breaking down Rams versus Bills, week number 14, and what an instant offensive classic this game was, as you saw two Hall of Fame worthy quarterbacks, two amazing offensive performances by both the Bills and Rams in what's turned out to be one of the best games of the NFL season in this 2024 campaign. Back and forth, nonstop. Defenses had no answer for both teams. And what a fantastic game this was to enjoy as a football fan. In this episode, we'll be breaking down the top 5 most impactful plays of the game, offense, defense, and some special teams. And with that said, let's get into it. On this first impactful play of the game, second quarter, 12 minutes, 38 seconds left, 4th and 10 situation for the Bills offense as the Rams are currently up 10-7. And the Bills offense is clearly in their punt formation, and the Rams defense is clearly in their traditional punt return defensive look, where you have all these rushers hoping to get a punt blocked here, and then if the punt is successfully kicked away, then they'll peel back and help the punt returner for the Rams get some yardage and get some blocks forward. But in this, I'm going to circle 2 players very quickly here. The long snapper for the Bills, keep an eye on him, and backup inside linebacker who's lined up in a 3-4 point stance there, Jake Hummel, number 35. Now, real quick, the rules with long snapping is if you're a defender rushing to block the punt, if the center, after he snaps it, has his head still downward and you hit him at all, it's a penalty. If he snaps the ball and then gets his head up immediately and starts to block, he's free game to hit and make contact with. So similar to the field goal or PAT, center's head is down, long snapping center, you hit him, penalty. If he gets his head up immediately, he's free game. You can hit him, try to rush through him. So, what happens here? Let's see. Immediately gets his head up, and Jake Hummel absolutely bulldozes the Bills long snapper here. And what happens? He gets his hand on that football and blocks it. Let's let it go a little bit more. Boom. Center is on his ass. Hummel got the block. And there you can see ball right there. Free for a Rams defender to pick it up, scoop, and score. Holy moly, what an impactful play this was, as the Rams don't get tons of successful special teams plays that positively impact the game very often, it seems like these last couple years. But right here, Jake Hummel, backup linebacker, bulldozes the center after he gets his head up, causes the punt to be blocked, and then Hunter Long, one of the backup tight ends there, number 84, who was acquired in the Jalen Ramsey trade when he was sent away to the Dolphins, who's done a good job on offense, sees it after it rolls a bit, picks it up, and scores his first career touchdown. What an impactful play this was, and which ended up being the difference, as this score helped the Rams keep adding to their much-needed lead throughout this game here. What an impactful play this was. On the second impactful play of the game, third quarter, 14 minutes, 13 seconds left. 3rd and 7 situation for the Bills offense, as the Rams are currently up 24-14. And on this third down situation, the Bills are going to be passing the football. So we'll start with the routes at the top. You're going to have Khalil Shakir, who is at this top spot. It's going to motion all the way across the field before the ball is snapped. And then once he gets to his spot here, he'll have a deep in or dig route, whatever you like to call it. You're going to get this inside receiver here, Hollins. He'll have a short drag route or shallow crossing route. You'll get a check down swing by the running back. You'll have a streak or go route by this inside receiver on the opposite side. And then tight end here will have another short drag route or shallow crossing route. And that's what the Bills are doing on this play. Rams defense is in their cheetah dime package. Cheetah meaning they have their fastest players possible on defense, which their grouping they like to have in their cheetah package is no inside linebackers, but let's have another third edge rushing outside linebacker in, Michael Hoyt, with their fastest D tackles and then their other fastest outside linebackers as well. The dime part of it meaning 6 DBs on the field. And the Rams like to have 2 corners and then a mixture of safeties all playing at different spots. So that is the cheetah dime package formation that the Rams defense is deploying. And in this look, I believe they're running cover Tampa 2. And the 2 part of this means that 2 defenders are covering the deep part of the field. So you got one safety's got that half. The other has the other deep. So that's the 2 part of it. And what makes it Tampa cover 2 is that you're going to have a defender have zone coverage right underneath the deep part of the field where the safeties are. So not all the way back with the safeties where that would be more cover 3 people deep. Tampa 2, which the Buccaneers made famous in the early 2000s, is that you'll have somebody deep underneath the safeties covering that region of the field there. So Quinn Lake is going to do that highlighted there. And then everyone else will be zone underneath. So Michael Hoyt will drop like a traditional inside linebacker. He'll have zone there. You'll have the dime safety. He'll have zone underneath. Durant zone on the outside. Zone on the outside. With everyone else rushing the passer that you see. So that's what I believe the Rams are doing. Cover Tampa 2. Because that safety, who is Quinn Lake here in this X, he's going to have intermediate deep underneath the safeties. All right, so what the heck happens on this play? Let's let this go for a second. Okay, so you see the play develop. And then right here, you see pressure start to get to Josh Allen. So he says, okay, I got to step up a little bit. Now, at that same time, you're going to see Quinn Lake, who I highlighted earlier, who should have been the Tampa part of this Tampa cover 2, where he would be deep underneath here. Well, he's not there, as you can see. He's on this X spot I just drew in, right in equal area as the underneath inside linebacker, dime linebacker, his teammate, and then Michael Hoyt. He should not be that close to the line of scrimmage. He needs to be way farther back where this highlighted circle is. And as you can see, who is in that highlighted circle coming open very soon? You have a safety zoning in to get him on the streak. Same thing here. He's like, uh-oh. We see him bailing deep, which leaves Khalil Shakir, one of the fastest, most agile, and sure-handed slot receivers in the game. He's going to be wide open on that deep in dig route because Quinn Lake was not far back enough in his responsibility in this Tampa cover 2. But let's let it go a little bit more. You see more pressure happen. Josh Allen says, oh, I got to get rid of it here. And as you can see, Shakir is wide open. Quinn Lake is not far enough back. But because of the extra steps Josh Allen had to take, because he had to slide up in the pocket to his left, he had to survey the field a little bit more, he just throws a bad football here. And the pass is incomplete. Too far ahead for Shakir to make a catch. And I believe if Josh Allen was able to just pitch and catch with his teammate here, which they have done a ton this season, Shakir has an insane gain. And with the struggling tackling issues with the Rams defense and their secondary and their lack of speed for the most part, there is a high possibility he catches this in stride if the ball is accurate, and he might even score, in my opinion, based off the Rams defensive issues I just listed off for you. But nope. Pressure was enough to make Josh Allen throw a bad pass and an incompletion. What an impactful play this was by the Rams secondary not executing, but the Rams pass rush doing just enough to get Josh Allen to throw an inaccurate pass and saved an insanely big gain and maybe even a touchdown here. So great job by the rush, doing enough to make Josh Allen throw a bad pass here. On this third impactful play of the game, end of the third quarter here, 23 seconds left. 3rd and 3 situation for the Rams offense as they currently lead 31-21. And on this third down, the Rams are in an empty backfield formation, meaning the quarterback is the only one in the backfield. And they decide to pass the football, obviously out of this look. So we'll start at the bottom. Nakua has a short little stop or comeback route, curl, whatever you like to call it. Cooper Kupp is going to have a go route right up the field or streak. You're going to get the tight end here, Davis Allen. He'll have another curl route, but it'll be a little more window style where he's trying to find the open, quote unquote, window where there's an open space between defenders and get open there. And they're going to have the same routes on the opposite side here. You're going to have another streak go route right up the field. And then you're going to have another short stop comeback curl route there by Williams, the running back, lined out wide. Now, this play call is a fantastic play call against what the Bills are doing on defense. And what are they doing? They're running cover 3. The 3 meaning that 3 people are defending deep. So who are those 3? It'll be Taylor Rapp, former Ram, will have deep middle. So he's got that. This corner is actually going to bail all the way back. So that's 2. And then this other corner is going to bail all the way back as well. So that makes it the cover 3. 1, 2, 3 responsible deep. So the safety is going to zoom underneath in the middle, cover that. This corner is going to have underneath here. Same thing here with all the other pass rushers trying to get to Matthew Stafford. So right now, before the ball is hiked, looks like maybe cover 2 people all the way back, but it ends up being cover 3. And like I illustrated earlier, the Rams play call is perfect to beat cover 3. Why? Because it attacks the open area of this cover 3 zone, which is that middle part there, short underneath here, short underneath there. All the areas where defenders are not. That's what the Rams are trying to attack. And that is why on both sides, they have the same exact routes going on. So let's let this thing play out and see what the heck happens. All right, see everyone starting to gather where they want to be. And then right here, Matthew Stafford says, okay, I have this whole zone right here to throw an absolute laser beam to Cooper Kupp, who's getting wide open right there. And if Stafford really wanted to, like we illustrated, he could have thrown short to Nakua, could have thrown short to Kyron on the opposite side, and also could have thrown a laser beam to Demarcus Robinson on the opposite side if he wanted to. But when you have a Super Bowl MVP getting open, and you know he's going to get open based off the coverage, the cover 3 that the Bills are doing, Matthew Stafford says, I'm throwing it to number 10, and throws a fantastic pass to Cooper Kupp here for the touchdown. But let's let this thing go a little bit more. I think Taylor Rapp had a chance, the Bills safety covering the middle of the field. He had a chance to really lay the smackdown on Cooper Kupp, but he took a bad angle and he ends up colliding with his teammate there, with Cooper Kupp having the one arm, one hand, one-legged catch when he secures the football in the end zone there. It was a great idea by Stafford to throw it, but I think Taylor Rapp had a chance to break it up, but he took a bad angle, ends up hitting his teammate instead, and boom, touchdown Rams. Great throw by Stafford, great throw by Kupp, and the perfect play against the right coverage that the Bills were doing. Stafford had options, open receivers everywhere. Great job by them. What an impactful play this was to keep scoring points and keep their lead against the high-flying Bills in this game. On this fourth impactful play of the game, all the way towards the end of the fourth quarter now, 3 minutes, 53 seconds left. 4th and 5 situation for the Rams offense as they are narrowly ahead, 38-35. And the Rams said, nope, we are not kicking a field goal. We are not going to only put ourselves up by 6. We need to score more, and we need to score another touchdown here. So they just said, we're going to get the offense out there, try to convert on this 4th down, keep the drive alive. And they leave it in the hands of their all-pro level quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who's in the empty backfield here. So they're going to pass the ball, and we'll start at the top. You're going to get a short little comeback stop route by Williams, who's lined out wide, the running back. 2-2 Atwell's going to have an in-dig route. You're going to get Davis Allen have a whip in, so he's going to start like he's running an out route, but then eventually he's going to whip it back inward reverse pivot. Then you're going to have Cooper Kupp have a deep corner route. And then Puka Nacua is going to have a quick slant route on this 4th and 5 situation. And that is what the Rams are doing on this play. Defensively, the Bills are running cover one man. So one person is responsible deep in zone, that's him. Then everyone else is in man-to-man coverage, other than this linebacker here who's in zone. So you got man there, man with the tight end, man, and man. So Bills are saying, hey, we can keep up with your receivers, and we'll guard this well. What a gamble that is. And let's let this thing go and see what the heck happens. So, you see everyone in their man-to-man coverage. You see Matthew Stafford initially wants to throw it to Nacua, but he knows a linebacker who's in zone is reading his eyes, and there's a high possibility he can jump in front of it, maybe break it up, intercept it. So that's a no-go. So Stafford's looking that way initially. But because of Von Miller, former Super Bowl champion with the Rams, deciding whether it was purposeful schematically or purposeful where he just decided not to do it, he's not rushing the quarterback at all. He's just waiting there, either quarterback spying Stafford, thinking I got to be here in case he takes off, waiting there to maybe get his hands on the football if it's passed, but he doesn't rush the quarterback at all. And then on the opposite side, the O-line just does a fantastic job of blocking all the other Bills pass rushers, completely shutting them down. So because of those things, Stafford has time to say, oh, I'm not throwing the slant, and has plenty of time to survey the rest of the field. So what ends up happening, let's go a little more forward. He sees 2-2 Atwell on that dig route, wide open. As you can see, Nacua was covered by the linebacker and the man-to-man corner. And look at this pocket here. Beautiful. Stafford had plenty of time, no pressure, no one in his face, no one around him at all. And he finds 2-2 Atwell on that in-dig route. Pitch and catch, easy, just like playing in the park. First down Rams, and they eventually did end up scoring a touchdown, extending their lead by 9 after a missed PAT after their score. But what an impactful play this was. What great execution by the Rams offense. Great routes, great blocking by the O-line, and questionable pass rushing decision by the Bills defense and Von Miller there, as Stafford had plenty of time to execute this play, keep the drive going. What an impactful play this was in the game. On this fifth and final impactful play of the game, very end of the fourth quarter here, 1 minute, 6 seconds left. First and goal situation for the Bills offense, as they've gone away with defensive pass interference calls on the Rams. Some made sense, others did not. But here they are on the doorstep of scoring, as the Rams are up 44-35, as their kicker missed a PAT on their scoring drive a series ago. And on this play, the Bills have scored twice already on their quarterback sneaks. Their tush push, their brotherly shove, like the Eagles brass like to call it. But in this variation, they're going to have a motion by their tight end into the backfield, and then he's going to help shove Josh Allen to hopefully get in the end zone with all the linemen wedge blocking forward. Wedge blocking meaning that they're trying to create almost like a boomerang looking formation, right? Kind of like a V look, and get Josh Allen to score forward somehow, some way, find a crease. So that is what is going on here by the Bills offense. Quarterback sneak, brotherly shove, tush push, whatever you want to call it. Rams defense is in their goal line look, as they are fully aware, based on the formation and how the Bills have scored in them already, that we got to get our biggest bodies in and wedge in ourselves, cause a pile. So you see multiple D linemen, multiple linebackers, as they're trying to get big bodies and stop Josh Allen from quarterback sneaking in, as again they're trying to wedge themselves, counteract it, and cause a pile here on the defensive front. Now, why is this play so impactful? Well, let's let it go and see what the heck happens. So right here, I know Josh Allen scoots the ball forward, but refs say, no, he was down. Whether it was his arm, his elbow, his knee, his legs, that we don't have a great view of from this angle here, they said he was down. As you can see, Josh Allen, spikes the ball or slams the ball a little bit on the ground in frustration that he did not score. And why was that so impactful for the Rams to get a stop here? Multiple reasons. Bills had all their timeouts at this point. They could have immediately, with about a minute or so left, hurried it up, no huddled, spiked the football to save a timeout. They could have ran another play, another quarterback sneak, or maybe even threw a pass and scored, or tried to score to stop the clock. But instead, they unwisely called a timeout here. And yes, they did end up scoring on this drive the very next play. But because of that timeout they burned there, and because the Rams got a stop on this play and made them make that decision, they never got the ball back later in the game. Rams offense ran out the clock to the very last 6 seconds. They punted it away, and there was no chance for a return as time expired on that punt. What an impactful play this was to get the stop, get the Bills to, again, unwisely burn a timeout, and they never got the ball back again. Great job by the Rams defense doing enough on this play to make the Bills, in a pressure situation, truthfully, make the wrong decision and waste one of their 3 timeouts. Great job by the Rams D, and this was enough. Even though defense did not have a good day, this impactful play here was enough to get the Rams the victory in this classic shootout that we all witnessed.